This is your Brick Commentary Central. You're listening to the BCC Podcast.
It is Tuesday, October 19th of 2021, and you're listening to episode 281 of the BCC Podcast. Once again, I'm LQ. Joining me today is Malaris.
Attempt number 2.
Yep. Luckily, no one was watching last night. We got most of the cast back, including Orion.
Squid Game.
Ford.
You know, I had this thought this morning.
Is it about Squid Game?
No, actually, it's about Man of Steel for some reason.
No,
Yeah.
No. Hear me out. I want to see a cut of that movie where
That's good.
The Snyder cut.
when Jor-El gets killed, you know, when he gets stabbed by Michael Shannon, instead of Michael Shannon, it's Vincent D'Onofrio, and he's all like, "You're embarrassing me in front of Vanessa."
But how does that make sense, though?
Well, because they're the same actress.
Oh,
Oh.
but he's not in love with Russell Crowe's wife, is he?
You don't get the
In
joke.
Man of Steel, because it only makes sense if he like has an emotional connection. Like the meme doesn't work, even if it's the same. Like it would.
I don't
maybe it
know.
does have a
I don't know.
I
crush.
mean, I
Ford.
did get up pretty early in the morning to come up with that one. There's that. So
It's no Squid Game.
Yeah, we're not playing games.
I actually
anymore.
did,
This
like,
is-
make it,
Koreans,
like,
they've
up to-
stopped my comedy. Oh.
I made it
You
like
made it
up to
what?
halfway through episode 5 today.
Oh wait, you went that like it's so addictive, isn't it?
It
to
is
just
very
keep
good,
going?
and the thing is, I don't normally like focus on TV shows when I'm watching them, but with this, I have to because I watch the dubbed version or the subbed version.
Okay. Yeah.
You have to pay attention if it is a
Would
double
you-
version.
Liam,
Actually, after a
okay.
while, I feel like I can just guess what they're saying by the tone of their voice, though.
Well, we talked last time about how you don't think you'd actually even get invited to Squid Game because you'd never actually win at the
Yeah.
the initial thing.
Well,
But, okay,
that's
theoretically-
the thing. Like, with the first game, you get infinite amount of tries.
Yeah, I think Liam would just run out of patience.
I probably.
But okay, if you did make it though, what are your odds so far? Like into the red light, green light one.
I
Do you
feel
think
like
you'd-
I do better at red light, green light, just because I wouldn't freak out. I don't want to
I-
spoil it. I'm trying to keep it vague in case people haven't
Oh
seen
no,
it.
everyone's seen it. Like
No.
200 million households.
But I haven't.
I
I did
haven't
not
seen
see it all yet.
You're the last
So,
person.
I
yeah,
haven't seen it.
but
I
yeah.
would like to see it.
Oh, fine.
Man,
fine.
so yeah, for that, I feel like I do pretty good at honeycomb. Actually,
Yeah.
I feel like I'm resourceful enough.
Have you seen the memes for that where like they open it and it's like thick Omni Man?
Yeah, sounds exactly the one I was
Or it's
thinking
like-
about.
Or it's like the Among Us, you know?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
What?
I
How
love-
would you do the Among Us though? Like with the visor and everything? Do you need to
I
carve out
think-
the visor and
Separately?
the Among Us?
Don't know.
I mean,
Also, do you notice like after episode 4, the memes stop?
well, they pick up exponentially after episode 5.
Okay, because the only one I can think of is the one with the old guy in the corner that I have not seen yet.
I love his like in red light, green light.
Yeah.
He's just absolutely ecstatic throughout the whole game.
Yeah.
That is
It's
a
like-
very happy-looking man. Just saying.
He's
He
going
looks
to
like
win
he's
the
lived his best
Squid
life.
Game.
Yeah.
When you play Squid Game.
So, I know this isn't really what this podcast is about, but I want to talk about it anyways. But it's something I find interesting with, like, a lot of stuff when they're, like, bringing media over to the West. They say, oh, well, like, Westerners won't understand this stuff about the culture. There's plenty of stuff that I figure I don't understand because it's probably normal in Korean culture, especially, like, during episode 1. But then I think about, in American movies, there's stuff that's in California that I just don't understand that they do anyway, so it doesn't make much of a difference.
Give me a for instance.
Everything
Surfing.
in California.
Like going to a bagel store.
That's New
No,
York.
that's
Medical
a-
stores
that's
here.
a-
What are you talking
That's a
about?
very Canadian thing too.
Huh.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking Taken. And The
Taken.
third one, the bad one.
Oh,
with like the 15
the one with
cuts
the
to,
bagels.
Yeah, the one with the 15 cuts to jump
chain
over
cuts.
the fence.
This is what unlimited budget looks like.
Yeah.
Taken is just one of those series that gets progressively worse each time, and I wish they would make a fourth one because of that, because they haven't gotten to the point where it's really, really bad. It was just overly mediocre on the third one. To the
I don't know, that
20-year-old
chain link
Liam
fence.
Neeson.
I haven't seen any of them.
Oh yeah, I forgot. We watched this before you were here. The first one's a decent, just like B action
alright.
movie, but
Yeah,
At least
it's very-
Liam Neeson in it, though. How
Yeah,
could you go
it's a-
wrong?
and
The
as the
first
girl
one's
from
fun.
Lost that you haven't seen, but the third one's just odd.
Yeah. Wait.
Kevin, how do you drop
I
out?
I
You're sitting
don't-
next
just
to me.
left.
I think it's the
I
internet
can't
for
believe
me.
he killed Kevin.
But also, for those watching that have not watched Squid Game, like, for a long time, people are talking about it. I had no idea what it was. And you think usually when something's really popular, it means it's probably has some elements to it that are way too modern and normie. But
Or
Squid
just,
Game's
yeah,
pretty
bad.
good.
That's why I didn't watch it at first.
Yeah.
Actually, I was like, "There's no way it can be good." And there's a tweet I saw by someone who says, "I hate it. I'm watching Squid Game and I'm actually enjoying it. This is terrible."
Why is that bad? What is
Because
wrong with
it's
you?
so it's
'Cause
normie.
It's so normie.
It's
It's
that's
like
the thing. It's
so popular, but it's actually good.
on paper, it shouldn't be as popular as it is.
Well, I mean, the concept isn't new at all. Like, there's so many anime. It's a trope, basically, in anime. What
You see,
Squid Game is,
this
and it was
whole-
written in 2009
Mm.
as well. So
Oh,
I mean, yeah, it has a lot of stuff like elements
It
of
was
like Hunger
written before
Games.
the culture destroyed itself.
But I think
Thank goodness.
Well, no, I think that also might be part of it, that it is, generally we're getting better writing out of, like, Japan and Korea than America these days.
yeah,
So,
I
just
saw a lot of
refreshing to be something that's not, especially from Netflix, that's not overtly political.
Well, Squid Game is pretty political, I think, but it's not
Not
like,
in the Netflix way.
Yeah, not in a net. It's like political in like an interesting way, like a good. Like you could tell that the guy who wrote this was like James Cameron living off of like cheeseburger coupons in his car.
I
This
find
guy
it-
had to sell his laptop because he had money problems before this got made.
But I think that's also one of the big things that makes it really interesting is, like, it's kind of like insight into gambling addiction.
Mm. Yeah, I
Right, and it
suppose
like
that.
deals with it with like a lot of different characters that are very multi-layered. Rather, you know, like, normally if you have like a gambling addict in something, it's very one note.
See,
Mm.
I can see where you sympathize with this, with the whole Dogecoin situation.
Yeah.
Well, also like the whole debt stuff as well.
Well, also like the
people
characters are all
accumulating
Yeah.
debt.
the characters are all in such a gray area too. You can't predict their
My,
move quite
my
as easily.
favorite character throughout most of the whole thing was actually the tough guy.
What?
Dioxu.
Okay, he's
Yeah.
not the worst. I hate his girlfriend though.
He's so funny
He
and
does
like
too.
Also, it's kind of interesting. This is gonna sound like very not politically correct, but like, you know, normally we think, you know, when someone, like, as Americans, we can't tell Asians apart at all, but I can like distinctly tell each character in this apart very easily.
I think it's because this isn't made like a lot of typical Korean productions where for some reason it's like they all have the same like hair and makeup and wardrobe and everything. Like it's all very uniform. Here, it's a lot more like anime where they've all distinctly styled the characters, like how the big guy. So when they cast him, he actually didn't weigh a whole ton when he showed up to shoot. Not showed up to shoot, but like a couple months out. It's like, dude, his look, that's the whole thing. He's big. You have to put on weight for this. So they all had like individual looks for each character.
But I'm not even saying that's like just an issue with Koreans, because this does happen like in a lot of more generic American films. That's why I know you're not a big
Oh,
fan
yeah.
of Knives Out, but I really thought they did a good job with that, where like each character had a distinct look, and it just made it easier as a viewer.
I love that part. That's like the wardrobe.
Mhm.
Amazing.
But like, I feel like that just makes it such a more enjoyable watching experience, because you don't have to spend that much mental power like trying to remember who each person is.
I actually, it was hard to watch sort of because I couldn't stop laughing at how there's literally an Among Us subplot where Red is sus and they're trying to figure out who the imposter is. And they're all
Stop
like, all I'm
spoiling it.
picturing all I'm picturing while watching this is hearing like the Among Us theme song and everything, like
And
like
it's
all
so
the.
funny, so just so far before Among Us, but it does have very weirdly, just like aesthetically feels like Among Us.
Yeah, it's
Has
like
a vibe.
live action Among Us, and like Mr. Beast is actually putting together like real life Squid Game too, as well as
He's
we
gonna
speak.
kill
He's
people?
designing it. I hope so. I think
Is this what burgers
This is like a
have
giant
funded?
conspiracy that Squid Game was just a front to fund the Squid Game.
to fund the actual Squid Game.
Plus, I think the title of the show is probably also what has helped its popularity. Squid
because
Game's fun to say.
It is.
Because it's two things. It's like squid is like a verb. The way that it's included in the title, it's like Squid Game. Like you're squid the game. I don't know. It's really funny.
And somehow they tie it in because it's like, I'm sure it comes up later in the series, just haven't gotten there. But like they immediately start off by describing the Squid Game, so it doesn't sound overly
like,
pretentious.
I'm absolutely soy facing when the real Squid Game happens in Squid Game. It's like they did the thing in Squid Game in Squid Game.
Wait, you spoiled it for me. They
We-
do
we
Squid
need, like-
Game and Squid Game?
I'm gonna get a Squid Game Funko Pop if they ever make any.
I'm
I'll
sure
get,
they
like,
will.
Yeah,
Halloween comes
sure.
around and like everyone dresses up like the PlayStation icon Among Us.
Did you see the one meme where it's like, why do they have like 3 of the PlayStation symbols but not the cross? And like the guy is like, oh, it's because I only like PlayStation, and the X is also included in both PC and Xbox. All right, let's go to the topic at hand. People saw last night probably know we're not as excited to get into as we probably would have been because we talked about this already last night.
I want to talk
Yeah.
about Squid Game. When's the Lego Squid Game coming
Oh
out?
my! I can't wait. The
I'm
amount
sure
of
there's going to
people
be an
who watched
ideas
it,
project.
There has to be, and
I don't think it'll
want
pass,
it.
but
Wow, set that he actually.
Could you imagine? Like the idea set gets the Lego people to actually watch Squid Game in order to figure out what it even is.
I feel like that's why everyone watches Squid Game, though, to figure out what it actually is. All right, but in a more predictable move, well, or not, The Office has been approved for Lego Ideas.
Ah, yes, American anime.
Yeah, I mean essentially.
Yeah,
All the
But
characters
first,
look
British
distinct.
anime.
the rights
Yeah.
situation finally seems to have been sorted out. There are 2 Office. This is like the 8th Office to go into review, I think, and there are 2 in this wave alone. I do think
wonder
the
how
better
much-
of the 2 was approved, but
How much Lego? How much do you think Lego's gonna have to pay to make this a set? Like in terms of the rights and stuff, like a lot.
I'm not sure if they'll have to
probably.
pay or if like NBC gets a percentage cut.
Well, then I wonder what the percentage is because it's such a valuable property.
I'm not sure. If Peacock
just a-
flopped, then they might be scrambling to get some more money.
They'll just sell The Office again.
Have any of these done well? Like any of these streaming services?
Well, we don't really know. I'm sure Disney
Hmm.
Plus is doing amazing, but
I think Peacock is probably doing pretty well for itself, given the fact that
you know
it's-
anyone who actually pays for Peacock though?
Well, it's also ad driven,
yeah.
so at that point, it's
See, that's
just
why
cable.
Peacock is pretty inoffensive at that point because you can just watch anything with ads anyways.
Yeah, and then you get people who get it all bundled in with their Xfinity, so they're getting something out of that too. This, that, the other. I think it's a good model, at least, to kind of get people hooked into it.
Though it has killed like the hype for The Office. Even though now Office is actually free to watch for anyone, way less people are going to watch it just because it's not on Netflix.
Also, there's ads.
Yeah,
Just saying.
there's not as many as YouTube.
I came to streaming because there weren't commercials. Just saying.
I mean, I never really came to streaming, it just happened.
I mean, yeah, I'm just, you know.
I was just thinking today, though, can you guys imagine, though, now, it doesn't seem like a weird idea to be at the mercy of just some cable channel to decide when you can watch what you want to watch?
As in,
It's
like,
gonna
how
happen
long
on, like,
ago?
regular TV.
Like 10 years ago, I guess, at this point.
I mean, couldn't you still, illegally
You got DVR
download?
then, yeah. Illegal? No, you don't illegal download stuff.
You
No, but I
wouldn't
mean, couldn't
steal
you?
a car.
10 years ago, couldn't you?
You
I mean,
could,
I
but
mean,
you don't
10
as a
years
respectable
ago, I had a
citizen.
DVR.
Yeah, this wouldn't
Didn't mean I
bother
was
me
allowed
too
to use
much.
I don't think the majority of people don't pirate TV shows. The
Okay.
majority of the American families, I don't
Because
even know
if I'm
think
at the
they can do
mercy
it.
of cable, I mean, yeah, I'll just pirate it. So
No, I don't pirate any TV unless they refuse to sell it to me.
I mean, cable. So I would just pirate it if I couldn't watch it on cable.
There's
So-
a Simpson episode about pirating that I watched on a pirating website.
Why are you watching The Simpsons? What's wrong with you?
The
Early
older
Simps-
seasons are good.
Yeah,
Early
early
Simpsons is
Was
great.
it an early?
Yeah,
Did
it's
you,
like
did you
Okay.
have you guys
forget
seen the fire like the hot chili pepper episode?
No, I don't think
No.
so.
That one's really good.
I want to. Apparently, the Michael Jackson episode's really funny, but now it's not available on anything. But we have the DVD that's before they removed it.
See, I just
that's why you
pirate
pirate it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so The Office. I will definitely buy this set. I'm pretty sure Mace will as well if we ever see him again.
Sounds ominous. Jeez.
That's not even the Office theme song.
Yeah,
It
it's
isn't?
vaguely.
Here, I'm gonna
Isn't it
play it because here's the thing. I don't mind playing copyright music on this podcast because then the money's going somewhere else besides Google when they play ads on it anyways.
Yeah. Is that the theme for the British one then?
I don't know the British Office theme. I've only watched like parts of it and I was not entertained. So
Ah.
mostly because I couldn't understand what they were saying. I understand what they're
It's
saying
not-
more so
it's-
in Squid Game than the British Office.
Dang.
It's because
Harsh.
British people have very little inflection. They're so dry.
I understand Korean better than British slang.
Nope, Google, your ads are not getting on this podcast. Today's podcast, we're
Is not
bringing
sponsored
NBC
by
to you.
Google.
Because they're getting the money, not us.
Yeah, it's.
Some version.
Yeah, this isn't the right version. Oh, actually, I think it's
Yes,
the extended version.
This is the
is
long
problem.
version.
Yeah.
Yeah, play like the normal intro.
It's such a nice song, though.
I find it's a little grating. Yeah, here we go.
This is not the best quality version. Man, there needs to be
See,
more
that
songs with the accordion.
I was right.
Yes,
That's the theme song.
Yeah, it's
I-
just Orion has a very odd way of presenting it.
Oh,
I heard it. It was just.
Yeah.
Okay, let's compare.
yeah, let's see the British.
Although the British one's a bit different from what I remember. Yeah, there it is.
A bit different.
This
It's
is
more
just depressing.
dramatic.
Jeez.
Yeah, I mean, it's supposed to be depressing. That's like the whole shtick of the show. Is it just sucks? Everything is terrible.
This is why we left England.
Yeah, like actually, that's why I like The Office. It's like an important piece of art. It shows why we left.
Why we left England?
Yeah,
Why you mean why America is better?
I mean, we don't have
The U.S.
towns
office
called,
is like exactly
Slough.
like shows what America is too, and then when it goes on too long, things just get weird.
Just like America.
Yep.
Wow, that's
Profound.
oddly prophetic. Wow.
But that wasn't the only Lego idea we had approved. We also have jazz.
Ooh,
You
like
like
jazz?
jazz?
you like jazz? I like jazz.
You like jazz?
What do you mean you don't like jazz?
I like jazz.
Do you?
I like jazz.
How much?
You like jazz?
Yeah, I like jazz. You?
Sombrero Man said DMCA, you actually will not get a DMCA strike for playing music. You just won't get ad revenue. Most creators, when they say they don't want to play copyrighted music, it's not because they'll get a strike. It's just because they want more money. We don't make any money here.
This greed?
What?
Greed?
Squid Game?
I agreed from The Office, my favorite character.
Ah, yes.
But no, I just find that interesting. Like when you're like, I'm sorry, but I just can't play it. You could play it.
Didn't you like that one part where Michael Scott was all like, "Oh yeah, I'm The Office."
Well, no, wait, it does demonetize your video though. From
Yeah,
what
it
I've
does
seen.
demonetize your video, but they
Yeah,
like
so,
say it
like-
like they'll get a strike on the channel. You won't get a
Assume
strike.
we're monetized.
I've actually never heard creators say they'll get a strike. I've only ever heard that they'll get demonetized. Oh wait, isn't it on Twitch that they get a strike? Not
I think on
YouTube?
Twitch they might, yeah, because
So, yeah,
Twitch
I
aren't going to do playbacks.
You mean they're
It
still
might-
on
we
Twitch
might
after
not
last
have-
week?
Come to think of it, maybe they'd strike us if we did it on a live stream, but also if we're talking over it, it's perfectly legal anyways. So
Yeah, I mean that's what they end up doing on Twitch. Like they'll troll somebody in the stream and copyrighted music will start playing, or like in a video game, and then the creators just start yammering away over the microphone, so that way you can't pick it up.
either
properly.
way, legally, obviously, Google and legal are two entirely different things, but
Yes.
What's
legally,
Google?
if you're using like I believe it's 45 seconds or less, that is entirely fair use of
Mhm.
any media whatsoever. If you use 45 seconds or less, give or take on the time, it's entirely legal. And it's actually also, if you're transforming the media at all, it's entirely legal.
Yeah, just don't tell Google that.
It's funny though how Google will like fight make their own problems to want to take stuff down, but then they'll just literally bow to the companies for whatever they say. Whatever though. We've got Jazz here. We got like the micro land scale builds. I assume Ford will definitely buy us eventually.
I'll
He'll talk
definitely get this. Yeah.
We'll go back and forth. Like, I don't know, maybe I won't get it. Like, I lost a foot this week and I've got to pay those bills. But hey, you know what? I'll get it anyways.
I already stole
I lost Squid Game and I can't.
Out of everyone,
Lost-
actually, everyone in the
Lost my
BC,
entire savings account on Dogecoin last week. Yeah.
out of everyone in the BC, I could see Ford getting wrapped up in Squid Game most likely.
No,
No,
I would never do
definitely.
something like that. I would
Like,
never
as
do
in, like,
anything as
winning
Like
racial
or
going
just
as
into
that.
all
crippling
volunteering?
debt, or
Just like going,
Just
yeah,
going for the
into
money.
it. Yeah.
Well, I'm not a gambler.
Oh, well, the Squid Game isn't
Unlike you.
gambling.
it's
Yeah.
skill
People who
based.
are, like,
It's charity.
when- it's for people who need money, right?
Yeah,
I mean, like,
it's-
I
it's
need
helping
money,
them,
but
it's
like,
helping
I don't
them.
need it that bad. No thanks.
That's what they all said at first.
I'm gonna go play Squid
And then the
Game.
real
And
Squid Game.
then they say it a
Ah,
second
good.
time.
I left the Squid Game only to find that
Look,
reality was the real Squid
I
Game.
subscribe to the model of, look, if it's money or life, I choose life. Life is good.
Well, that's the idea of the Squid Game.
Yeah, if you win Squid Game, you get like $7 USD.
Actually, the idea of the Squid Game is to win, you have to choose both money and life.
Yes.
Um, you're not making it sound any more appealing. Just saying.
Well, you know what they say.
Besides, unlike
You know what they
say,
I
it's a
save
Squid
my
Game.
money.
But also,
Oh.
there's one more, and this is the part I am most sad about having lost from last night's podcast.
Yes, because it really spun off really well, didn't
I
it?
don't want to have to do it all.
We're not
over.
going to do it again.
We're
You can't-
not.
Because, yeah, the point is,
Well, let's just explain that. So it's the seven dwarves and their house from Snow White,
Yeah, I said it looked a lot like the Unexpected Journey.
and then it spun off into, okay, what's the cheapest we can get all of the dwarves from The Hobbit?
And that's
$200, not counting shipping.
Yeah. Who was the most expensive one? It was like Ballin or something.
Maybe.
I think so.
Straight
It was like
ballin', dude.
it was not like incredible. Like I would think Bomber would have been
Yeah,
No,
like
it
really
wasn't Ballin. Ballin is like
bald
$12.
guy?
No, wait, it was
was like-
dwelling. The
it
one
was the
with
guy with
floppy
like the braids,
coin?
Oh,
right?
no, it was Gloin, wasn't it?
I don't know.
Right, yeah, because
Yeah,
he
it's
had
Gloin.
the whole, like Gimli's father cloud.
He was
Yeah.
like $50 or something.
25.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Which is still not the most I've ever paid for a minifigure.
And that's
but...
for like any variant cheapest that you can get it.
But
Not like broken or whatever.
Mhm. But the Seven Dwarf set is requiring further review. No idea what that's going to mean. If they just don't want to release right now, I'm sure Disney wants them to make it.
I think, yeah, it's probably what's going to happen is, like, with all the other Disney sets, they're just taking a bit more time to polish things up, get some new molds.
Well,
going
yeah,
for
no,
board.
the thing is, though, this isn't even, like, making the set. This is if they're going to start that process.
Do you think they would like change this to include Snow White?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
and
Disney,
they might
of
even,
course
they
it
might
will.
even include the
Witch.
the evil. Yeah,
The
Yeah,
thing is,
I'd
though,
buy
they'd have
it
a lot
then.
of minifigures at that point. You can't cut out a dwarf. If they cut out a dwarf, then the set's worthless.
Exactly. That's
They
the
might
issue.
cut out 3 dwarves, so
what?
just saying.
What?
They might cut out 3
Why?
dwarves. Like,
But why?
I
Why
don't
would
know.
you do
That's
that?
what Lego does.
I thought you meant, like, did 3 of the dwarves get canceled and I didn't hear about it?
Like the Snow White like
I
line.
knew Grumpy was anti-Semitic. I knew it.
No, like, out of all the dwarfs that are most likely to get canceled, I feel like Sleepy is up there.
Yeah,
Dopey, maybe.
I don't think Dopey is less likely to get
I
canceled.
don't know.
actually.
Dopey would do some
He's
stuff
way
and not
too
realize it.
Dopey is on drugs.
Grumpy,
Yeah.
maybe. I don't know, but Grumpy has enough popularity, he might be able to get saved from being canceled. He sells
I
a lot of merch.
literally do not know any of the other dwarves.
Happy, you know,
I don't
Happy's
know.
either gonna have to
Happy 100%.
conform or get canceled.
Happy 100% like abuses women or something. It's always the happy-go-lucky, cheery guys.
How
where
else is he so happy if you know what
he's
I mean?
basically the Bing Crosby, not Bing Crosby. He's Bill Cosby in the Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs universe. You know, he's the comedian and the happy guy. Nah, that's the worst one.
And Sneeze is gonna get canceled over an old tweet or something.
Yeah, or
I think we're just
Well,
canceling
you-
all the dwarves.
For
No more
not wearing a
dwarves.
mask and social distancing, you know.
Wait, which Doc didn't get canceled?
That's because Fauci is supreme.
Doc is the Fauci of this the kingdom, basically.
I feel like there's a dwarf we didn't even mention. Oh,
There's-
Bashful. He might get
27
yeah,
assault
definitely a sexual
accounts,
thing.
so
Yeah.
can't really argue with that.
So, yeah, that'll be the set.
Wait, hang on. They'd all get canceled. They kidnapped a woman.
No, they didn't. She broke into their house.
That's
They
not
took her.
what the media will spin it as.
Yeah, or so the Germans would have us believe.
Yes.
And doesn't she, like, basically start abusing them as soon as she moves in and ordering them
so. She's
around?
like,
I
"You
don't
guys are
remember. I haven't
dirty
seen
and
this
ugly
in like
gross."
20 years.
She
I
breaks
made you dinner, but you got washed for it.
Yeah, like she basically breaks into this men's monastery, like their sanctum, and starts tossing them. What did they even get out of
And
it?
she
Like,
cleaned it up.
gold?
Listen, men have very specific systems. If something is on the floor, even if it's not supposed to be, at least you know it's on the
She just-
floor.
This is like the opposite of the movie Nobody.
She just rushes right into the middle of the Sigma grind set and just like, oh, what's going on?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna clean everything up, guys. And the guys are like, what?
Anything out of it? They get gold. They got gold or something.
Yeah,
right?
well, no, they diamonds is their primary.
Oh, so she's a gold digger. I get it.
Diamond, pickaxe. Yes.
What?
Diamond. Yeah.
Oh yeah, she's clearly griefing. She's clearly trying to grief.
Oh, also, did I remember this right? But isn't Snow White actually like asleep for 100 years or something?
That's
In the
cute.
original,
I don't remember.
yes, I think so.
Because I remember
but,
there's like this wall of text that comes up after they kill the witch.
but it
I-
doesn't make sense then for the prince to be there.
Also,
I
Snow White is
really-
a princess in the same kingdom already. That means that they're like related.
You know, I wonder.
I mean, it's just
how-
a royal family, you
How
know.
would each of the dwarves do in Squid Game? Like, which one would be most likely to win?
Probably Grumpy.
think so.
Yeah, he has the iron will for it.
Is he the more like the dang it, the bigger guy? I can't believe Kevin. I can't believe
he's like
Kevin
he's
knows
basically
his
like a mix of. I don't remember anyone's name. I just remember I looked. But
Man,
he's like a mix of the bigger guy and the old guy together.
the most deadly combination.
Mind and matter.
I really love that cutaway when they're voting, you know, Liam, and then it's like not prisoner, but like player 1, you vote, and he's the deciding vote. It just cuts away, and it shows the old man standing there, just geriatrically. He has no idea where he is. He starts shuffling up to the voting booth.
Oh right, well,
Survivor.
Oh, we've talked set to death now. So I'll be interested to see how those come along. Home Alone should be out soon, and I said I'm going to buy that. And I'm still holding to that.
Did you see
as long as it doesn't suck?
No, we're not talking about it.
Oh, okay, never mind. With Buzz Aldrich.
Wait, did they release something on that?
Yeah, Home Alone. The new Home Alone movie brings back Buzz's character, and it just looks awful.
But it takes place in Britain, and it's all like posh, and I'm like, that's not Britain. Britain's full of apartments.
What's Buzz doing in Britain?
British people can't afford houses. Be realistic.
Is Home Sweet Home Alone, is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a direct canonical sequel to Home Alone
here,
2.
let's watch this.
That's
no, please.
Stupid.
It's topical.
I already watched it. I added a Death Grip song to this Twitter edit. I don't want to watch it again.
The optimal Home Alone sequel would be Macaulay Culkin just with loaded guns, just blazing it at Harry and Marv. I'm forgetting the actor's name.
Isn't Joe Pesci like 90 though? Like they can't de-age him for this anymore.
Well, it is Disney. They'd have money to do it.
They don't even need him there. They can just get a body double.
Yeah, they could just like totally deep fake. I mean, they got the deep fake guy from Lucasfilm now. You can do that.
I don't know, man. The guy from Lucasfilm, the deep fake guy. I don't know if we could surely do better.
I mean, apparently he did better than they did with Mandalorian. So like, okay, we're gonna hire this guy.
I keep forgetting Luke was in Mandalorian, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what that's from? Okay. Also, Liam, I have to just tell you before you watch this, this is probably one of the cheapest, like most disposable movie trailers I've ever seen.
That's what I'm counting on.
Also, first time actually seeing the whole 20th Century Studios thing, that looks like cancer.
Yeah, it's terrible.
'Twas the night before Christmas vacation. And the fun was in full swing.
Split our family onto 2 separate flights. Mom! Max, please!
The family left for their big vacation.
Also, it's not shot on film. You can tell. It's terrible.
But forgot one little thing.
Mom? Dad? Uncle Blake? They don't
Uncle
even
Blake?
know I'm here. They don't even know I'm here.
Shut up, British child.
Already in this, I can tell the people making this did not understand the first Home Alone whatsoever.
No, the point is that he made his family disappear.
Yeah. And then he jumps on the bed with popcorn. Like, that's
Wait, so was Buzz in here already?
No, he's...
And then he uses
My mum and
aftershave
dad
after
have
he
gone to
shaves.
Tokyo. I'm totally on my own.
You do realise that my 10-year-old son is at home by himself?
Why does she look
He doesn't
familiar?
see actors on the other flight.
We didn't take a census.
What? We got reports of suspicious people.
That Buzz? What?
I can't go to jail, honey.
Wait,
I wouldn't
why
last
is he...
30 seconds in Gen Pop. It's where fresh fish get got.
Nobody here is getting got.
And we're criminals.
I don't think so. This is my house. I have to defend it. Orange stripe, center pocket. Ooh. That did not sound right.
I see they used the Marvel...
Oh wait, so they don't understand slapstick comedy at all either. Why do they need to add a quip to a slapstick
They're using
joke?
Marvel humor in Home Alone,
I'm just
pretty
like,
much.
what is Buzz doing in Britain?
That's probably a more
Is that
interesting
assumed
movie to
he's
answer
the
that
cop in
question.
Britain? That's so dumb.
He was alone. I'm scared. And he needs his mother.
Home Alone.
Oh no, a ladder!
You think I'm that stupid?
Yes, I do.
Only on Disney+.
It's not how trampolines work.
Oh
you
yeah, that was
idiot.
even worse than I thought it would be.
Somehow, this actually makes me want to rewatch Nobody again.
Well, Nobody, like the last act of Nobody, basically is a Home. That's what they compare it to, actually, in the bonus features. They say it's basically a Home Alone movie at that point.
You know, it's a good movie when Liam actually watches the bonus features for it.
Well, no, I was wanting to get up here and talk to you guys, but everyone else was watching the bonus features, and Kevin wouldn't come till they were over.
Oh, well, you know, it's a good movie when Kevin actually watches the bonus features.
Huh.
Yeah, that's just fillers made for the streaming service, apparently.
A new Home Alone could work because the formula is something you can do again.
But they're
See,
not.
no, that's just kind of sad. Like they're
Every time
literally
they
just making stuff to fill up space.
Every time they make a Home Alone, it gets progressively worse.
Yeah, and this is even like what looks worse than
Home Alone 2 is good.
Well, no,
Home Alone 2
Home
is the
Alone
peak of
2
the
is
franchise.
good, but it's like still
I guess
very
maybe it lacks-
derivative of the first one.
Well, that's the idea.
But
It doesn't-
Tim Curry, Trump, they save it.
Yeah, Trump is in Home Alone 2. They
Tim
did not
Curry.
remove Trump from the Disney Plus version, did they?
They
And
might have.
look, without Trump, he never would have found that phone. All right, he never would have gotten that hotel. He moved the plot forward, baby.
But yeah, Home Alone 2 is good, but then just like looks as bad or worse than all of the other Home Alone sequels.
Wait, are we literally pulling it up right
You know,
now?
I actually got a
Including the
great deal of
unsolicited Home
enjoyment.
Alone.
I really got a lot of enjoyment out of the last act of the was it Home Alone that one
The
middle
third one?
Home Alone 3?
3?
Yeah, like with the Russian spies. I thought the traps and it was like really
the
fun. when
traps
they-
are fine in that one. They look better than at least in this one that we just saw, but
Yeah,
Everything else is just
it wasn't
no.
even Christmas.
Stop.
yeah, that did suck. But I mean, like at least just the criminals getting beat up was very satisfying.
No, wait.
This-
I recall it being around Christmas time.
And
though.
call me a misogynist, but I just don't find watching a woman get beat up being quite as funny as men.
I mean, I have to watch my phrasing here. I think it's pretty funny.
Well, it depends who's getting beat up.
Also, the thing about Home Alone 2 though is that it takes so long to get to the how do you find in Trump?
Yeah, this isn't on the stream. This is my own
keep
personal
going.
time here.
Keep going. Yeah, keep going. Like you got.
No,
like,
you
a bit more.
keep talking while I do this.
Oh, okay.
But
I don't
does
know.
it take so long
All
to
I
do?
think about is Squid Game. I have nothing original to say.
What were you going to say?
Nothing. I don't know. Are you at least playing the audio from this?
No,
so the
I'm not
audience-
playing the audio from it right now. This isn't supposed to be. I don't even know why I'm still sharing it with you.
Okay, he's basically just watching.
Okay, he's
on
going
Disney
to the
Plus for
hotel,
Trump
right?
cameo.
He's
Let's
gonna
show this on the stream.
This is something that we might advocate.
Yeah,
Yep,
okay, there we go.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Moving the plot
So
forward.
yeah, I just wanted to make sure that Trump was still there and they didn't alter like a piece of legendary media.
Cinematic history.
What does he say? It like
Down the hall to
specifically?
the
down
left.
the hall to the left.
The way he says it is, I've seen it used in like 80s style retro commercials. It's really funny.
Trump hasn't aged a day since 1992.
Yeah. The line about how they tested my DNA and it wasn't even my DNA, it was America.
I don't even know what this is referring to. We're getting pretty off.
You don't know
talking
that?
about?
Sure. Okay, I have to show you this then. You keep talking now.
Well, I let us stay on this track because Home Alone is relevant to Lego currently, but we should be moving on.
Yeah.
What exactly? How are we doing for time
Well,
here?
you know what else is on Disney Plus? It's Star Wars.
Yes, so we'll talk a bit about this.
And this is why you don't let me do segues anymore.
It's been a long time since you failed at this, Ford.
But yeah, we do have a rumored / leaked Star Wars set list here, so we're gonna go over some of the sets. The first one got the Hoth Battle Pack, which there's been discrepancies over the pricing.
Can I see something else on your share screen other than the stats?
Oh. You guys know... the share screen's supposed to be like a backup. I expect you guys to have the show notes with you on hand.
It's right up there.
I've got it too. It'd just be nice to see.
Like, whenever I'm doing this, I'm like juggling like 5 things at once. Everyone's like, hey, can you get me the image so I can text and podcast at the same time?
It's very convenient.
So, first off, we got the Hoth Battle Pack, which is listed as 20 euros, which is high, apparently. I have not really purchased a Battle Pack, but I remember them being 15 previously.
So, yeah, they were 10, and then
they used
they
to
were
be
15.
10, but then Lego bumped up in price.
Isn't that when they had more original figures in them, though? Because you had, like, the Jedi Battle Pack and the Mandalorian Battle Pack. And those are cool.
Yeah.
Didn't I get you the Mandalorian Battle Pack and you never opened it?
No, you got me
the Pod Racer.
Yeah.
Then you never opened it.
Yep. It's still on my bookshelf.
You see, the shameful thing about this is it's not going to come with any more minifigs other than the 4. And it's still going to have a price increase. So
yeah, that is, if the U.S. price is the same.
Probably is. The exchange rate is kind of screwed up right now anyway, because, you know...
We have the Razor Crest Microfighter next, and I'm really... could not be less interested in microfighters.
Easy way to get Mandalorian.
He's already in some smaller sets, though.
Well, that's the thing, you know, for people who aren't willing to pay $30. I know.
Gee, I really wish I could watch The Mandalorian and have a Lego set, but I'm a Bionicle fan, and I don't have $30.
Pirate The Mandalorian, I will.
Pirate The Mandalorian Lego sets.
Yeah, I just pirate it.
Wait, a Bionicle fan wouldn't buy Mandalorian Lego sets? They don't buy Lego.
Yeah, they hate Lego.
They buy a bootleg construction figure of the Mandalorian.
If it exists.
I actually see way more Bionicle fans buying bootleg construction than Lego.
Oh yeah, because it's all they can get that is construction anymore. Lego's not making it anymore.
Mm-hmm. But they take enough of my money anyway, so... I always find it hilarious now when people's like, Lego's not making enough that I'm interested in. Then meanwhile, I'm like, I've got to choose between, like, these $500 to $200 sets if I want to be somewhat responsible. Like, already, there's so many sets this year that I've bought, and there's so many left still. And I haven't even built the bonsai tree, but now that's because I'm waiting for Cobra Kai Season 4.
When does that come on again?
I think December.
Really?
Very good.
Yeah, and Kevin needs to see Karate Kid Part 3 before then.
And then the 4th one with the girl and the Falcon.
No.
Like, Cobra Kai touches on every single scene in Karate Kid, basically. But it does not mention the 4th one whatsoever.
So I am kind of sort of expecting a Hilary Swank cameo.
I wouldn't mind that.
It would be cool. It'd be cool.
It would be weird.
Look, Jaden Smith would be cooler.
At least
I
they
have
redeem...
no respect for Jackie Chan.
Yeah, no, we don't need to act... And I don't think Ralph Macchio would allow that. He's as much as Ralph Macchio will express his disgust with something, is to express that he does not like that movie.
Nice.
But
I haven't heard that, but okay.
Yeah, it's on. If you listen to a Steven Crowder interview, he talks about that.
Oh, okay. I'll have to find that sometime. Anyway.
But
hey, remember that Blinky You'll Miss It scene with the ATST on Hoth?
I don't understand why so many people are confused about this. I never thought ATSTs weren't on Hoth.
In fact, Lego Star Wars 2, the original trilogy, there are lots of ATSTs, so...
Really?
Yeah, they're the main enemies.
I think it's just because there's only, like, one scene in the movie that has them.
That's most things in the original trilogy.
But it's like...
Boba Fett gets, like, 3 scenes total.
Actually, It's about a total of 7, depending on how you cut it.
Is this counting the special edition appearance?
Well, that would still be grouped in the same... Well, where you can see him in the background. Those count.
Could you see him you couldn't see him in the background of the original, though, could you?
Yeah, very visibly.
I thought that was added later.
He wasn't, like... you didn't get close-up cuts
I
of
didn't think
him,
they
like,
had the budget
flirting,
for that suit in the first one.
But he did do the shooting thing.
They barely had enough budget for enough stormtrooper outfits in that movie. In fact, they used Greedo's outfit like 8 times in the first half hour of the movie. They don't even change the vest.
It's just wrote-in culture, okay?
Yep. They all look the same. Wait,
The ATSD actually here has a good price-to-piece ratio, which makes it an oddity
I'm
among these
hoping
sets.
it's, like, scaled down pretty well.
And
they have a 2-seater, but anyway.
Then we have the Dark Trooper Battle Pack. That's going to be an interesting one to see. You know what I want for a Battle Pack, though? A Super Battle Droid Battle Pack.
Thank you.
Why just a Super Battle
Because when's the last time we
You
got a
know,
Super Battle Droid?
Probably
They haven't made it since 2015.
Really?
Really? They have not made a Super Battle Droid minifigure
Do
since
you have a Super Battle
2015.
Droid, Kevin?
I have a couple, but the thing is, their arms do break pretty
Really?
consistently.
Is this real?
Yeah.
No, the price.
Oh, I didn't...
$40 for a Lego Technic Super Battle Droid?
I don't know what they usually go at.
These are usually much harder to find, I think.
Oh no, guys, he's
I
buying
don't know,
Bionicle.
$27.50 up there.
He's a
Plus shipping.
Bionicle fan. He can't afford it.
Oh.
I guess maybe these aren't as covered as I thought. The Droideka is at least, but...
Anyway, it's rumored that the Dark Trooper Battle Pack is going to come with Luke. And I'm hoping he's in his Jedi uniform and not his... So...
Then next up, we've got the Book of Boba Fett, which I hope is a book.
Yep, and it's gonna be a la Hogwarts books, where it's just a book, and then you open it up, and it's
Well, no. Those are like $30 sets. I'm thinking this could be like the pop-up book, like have the mechanism and everything.
And it's just Boba Fett inside the book. Therefore, the Book of Boba Fett.
Of Boba Fett, yeah.
That's coming out pretty soon, actually.
I'm probably not going to watch it. But I really hope, for the sake of everyone else who is going to watch, that the Book of Boba Fett doesn't
Gets
open.
pirated.
No, gets what?
Gets pirated?
No, no. I'm not pirating that. But I really hope, for everyone's sake, that it doesn't open with, like, it's like a shot of like the desert horizon and the sun coming up, and maybe there's like the silhouette of Boba Fett or something. But then you hear Boba Fett. You hear Boba Fett narrating it, and he's literally reading from like his journal or something. So it's like the actual Book of Boba Fett. And he like narrates the whole show.
And then and then to tie in, they sell a Book of Boba Fett that's just like the entire narration.
Yeah. I mean, please, I hope that it's like, the Polynesian spa. It's what I've been for the last couple years.
What if the irony, though, is like that line was very deliberately delivered in his video? It's like where Boba Fett starts off like, Tatooine.
Or maybe like in Jabba's palace, there's just like this spa, which Boba Fett is in.
The Sarlacc.
I mean, actually,
this hidden gem.
That's the concept of that as a narrative device sounds bad enough to where I would actually consider watching it just for how generic it would be.
Would you pay for it?
No, I'd pirate it.
I'm hoping the Book of I have more confidence in the Book of Boba Fett than I do anything after it. But
I think so.
Yeah, because that was like the last one they did before Kathleen Kennedy got a hold and realized that she could try and milk this for all it's worth.
Is Favreau doing Book of Boba? Who's doing that?
It's Favreau and Filoni.
Still Filoni and Favreau.
Oh, really?
Yeah. This was essentially the show they originally wanted to make.
Well, wait. I thought Filoni was a Kennedy loyalist.
No.
Well, no, wait, no. Robert Rodriguez is doing a couple episodes for it, so it's not just going to be.
Well, he did
Filoni.
some Mandalorian episodes too, didn't he?
Yeah, but I
mean,
like
it's the
any
same
of the clips
concept
I
with
had
The
seen.
Mandalorian. They work with other directors and stuff for some episodes, but in general, it's their
kind of
thing.
cool. Like I just saw Desperado recently. Have you seen that movie, Ryan? You'd like that.
Yeah, well, it's part of the
Mexico
what
trilogy.
it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Except
then
I
you
can't
have...
find the first one like anywhere.
No, wait. So there's Desperado. What's
Did
the
you
name?
say it was Robert Rodriguez?
It's yeah.
Yeah, it's Spy Kids.
Yeah. Shark Boy Lava
So,
Girl.
so wait, yeah, you have Desperado, then you have the one with Johnny Depp that I forget the name of it. And then what's the name of
let's see,
El
it's El Mariachi.
Yeah, El Mariachi.
Desperado, and then Once Upon a Time in Mexico.
Yeah, that one's so good.
Is it?
Oh, it's like yeah, it's really cheesy, but it like,
I mean,
there's
the
no
first
scene that you
Desperado
know
is
what's
cheesy.
going to happen. Like everything is just
Also,
surprise,
well,
essentially.
Mandalorian did have different directors. They were all written by Jon Favreau or Dave Filoni, with one being written by Christopher Yost.
Typically, that's how it is with most shows. Anyways, you have a showrunner who writes the majority of the scripts, and then a lot of the times they're too busy.
Wait, no,
with
this
other
guy
stuff.
Rick wrote one episode.
Rick from Rick and Morty wrote
Rick
an episode.
from Iowa.
Oh no! Rick and Morty's coming for Star
Rick
Wars
Squid
now. Huh?
Game.
Rick Squid Game.
Well, Kevin
Better
showed me
than
his
Ray
meme
Star
like
Wars.
before we were recording last night. It's like just this video of random like Korean people on a live stream, and then like someone in the comment typed Squid Game people.
Yeah, I saw that too.
That's like new racial slur.
Yeah, I see a lot. You know, like the GIF of like Squidward walking, and you have SpongeBob in the back with his face pressed up against the glass.
Americans when
tons
they
of
see like
a homeless Korean person.
It's just like in Squid Game, Patrick.
Barnacles, SpongeBob.
But then next up we have Boba Fett's palace, which I find interesting is because every time, because Boba Fett's palace is Jabba's palace, of course. Every time LEGO releases one of these, there's some controversy that comes along with it.
Wait, what happened with the first?
I have a feeling
Leia.
they're gonna alter the appearance.
No, in the book of Boba Fett, they cut to like this like Taj Mahal palace thing, and then you hear Boba Fett going, "This was my palace," or whatever. This my Boba Fett palace. He also says they've renamed the spaceship.
Yeah.
This is my Boba Fett starship.
And this is my Boba Fett Polynesian
This is
spa.
my Boba Fett gun. My Boba Fett armor.
This is my Boba Fett merchandise.
No, that's
and
just the
then he
normal
pulls
merchandise.
out his own diary that he's reading from, and this is the book of Boba Fett.
And this
cuts
is my
to the
Boba
title
Fett
sequence.
Brooks.
Oh, so
Merchandising.
Wow, we've lost all our viewers in the last 10 minutes.
Oh no,
Bruh.
They cared more about Squid Game than they did Star Wars.
Let's start talking about Squid Game. Get the
I mean,
viewership
actually,
up.
that is true, though. I think the general consensus within the culture right now is that Squid Game is a lot more relevant and
Yeah.
popular.
Yeah,
It is strange because even with, like Star Wars has had some good shows now that people like, they have not gained back
Yeah.
the public trust.
Yeah.
Like, people
I mean,
still...
I have no, like, I'd love to see Bad Batch, but I just have no interest in
Bad Batch is
going
good.
into it.
Did it came out?
Yeah, a while ago.
Okay.
Yeah, there was like zero hype for it, I feel.
Really? I thought it
was big at the
I thought it was
time.
still I thought it was
we
still
still haven't
going to
finished
come
it,
out.
actually.
I want to,
But we've been watching Survivor.
yeah.
I thought the Bad Batch was
We
a
have
female
to watch
only.
40 seasons of Survivor before we can watch the Bad Batch.
There's
We're
not
on season
and
19 now.
finish Squid Game, yeah.
But no, the Bad Batch is good. It's a continuation of the Clone Wars.
I thought it was the female-centric team that they were doing or something. Weren't they
What?
making
No?
a female-only Star Wars
They
animated?
are, and it's probably going to be awful.
Yeah,
but,
I
You
thought
mean
that
the
was what the
Forces
Bad
of
Batch.
Destiny?
Yeah, I thought that's what
That
the
already
Bad Batch
happened.
was.
No,
Well,
Bad Batch is
no, it's like a different one.
Bad Batch
Oh.
is like a
Prequel.
cast of characters entirely voiced by one guy.
The Boba Fett.
Yeah.
Well, yes, actually.
No.
Boba Fett, where? Everywhere.
It's the guy from Avatar that sings the Secret Tunnel song.
And he's
As
very...
I crawled out of the pit of the Sarlacc, I began to question my line of work. And so I settled upon... he just keeps going. He doesn't even shut up through the whole episode.
So I settled upon the Polynesian spa.
He just does not stop narrating.
Like, there's no actual dialogue. It's just
there's
all
no
read by him.
He's even like voicing the characters too. Like, she said, like, he's not even letting them talk. She said she'd take me in her Star Cruiser, but I told her I had my own ship, the Boba Fett ship, and off we went to go collect.
And it's like they're mouthing the words she's saying, but it's just all him. Like, and you can tell that's not what they're actually saying, but it's
like, thus concludes chapter 1 of my book.
I inherited Boba Fett's starship from my father.
Boba Fett.
No, his father's is Boba Fett's father.
Yeah, they've renamed Jango Fett. It's just
who he got his gun from his father.
Then they go to
grandfather.
Like Camino at one point. Instead of saying Camino, they're just like the text reads Boba Fett's home planet.
The Boba Fett factory.
And then they go by Mandalorian. It's like Boba Fett's adoptive home planet.
I was born 10 years before the Clone Wars.
He sees
Boba Fett Clone Wars.
He sees the Mandalorian, and he's like, the Boba Fett.
Finally, Boba Fett.
All right, we only got a few minutes left here.
Fett.
Next up, we have Luke in the Mandalorian's helmet. I really don't care much for the helmets.
Luke and Boba Fett's helmet.
Oh, the Mandalorian, sorry.
My armor was taken by Cobb Vanth, the Boba Fett imposter.
And then we have, this one sounds interesting though, the Death Star garbage compactor is a set by itself. That's interesting.
It's also demonic.
What?
Satanic, if you will.
What?
Seeing that piece count?
Oh.
No, the piece counts just in euros.
I will say though, pretty nice part for piece ratio.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Then we have training on Dagobah, which we've got a lot of sets based on
is it
Dagobah.
Dagobah or
Dagobah? What?
That was Dagobah.
Dagobah system.
I don't know. Mark Hamill pronounces everything wrong.
I will concede that it's Dagobah if Liam concedes that it's Vakama.
No. Well, Vakama isn't the worst pronunciation you can get out of Bionicle.
I still like Lua a lot. It's
Lua
not
is wrong.
No, it's just, it lacks all urgency.
Lua.
I'll fight LJ on it.
Anyway, I'm hoping the training on Dagobah. I'm hoping
saying Lua adds an extra W into it. It's not there.
So who cares? It's Lua.
Yeah, I'm hoping it comes with the Cave of Evil, so you can do like, oh no, if I do anger, then bad stuff.
I didn't realize how large this set was.
It's gotta be that. It can't just be his hut. Come on.
It'll be his hut and an X-Wing starfighter with his really large.
Like, come on.
Okay.
UCS Luke's Landspeeder. How many Landspeeders are we going to get?
Listen,
I mean, this
for
is the first big
anything
one.
to be a UCS set from Star Wars, I would not think, Luke's Landspeeder? Yeah, that's what I want.
Did we do an episode where we looked at all of the UCS sets for Star Wars? I feel like we did.
I feel like we had. I think it was around the time of the Y-Wing, wasn't it?
Maybe.
No, I feel like if we did do it, we would have,
as bad as Creepy Yoda.
Yeah, there apparently Creepy Yoda has a grandfather.
And he's handsome.
You know that?
No, I didn't.
He's brick built. It's awesome. It actually looks pretty good.
Well, our Yoda was brick built too.
Yeah, but this one's cooler.
It actually
His
does.
Eyes stare more into your soul.
This does look mostly better, but it doesn't have as much personality.
That is true.
I don't think we did an episode that's just based off UCS.
He doesn't look like he needs some ketamine. Just saying.
Dang, UCS General Grievous is cool.
General Grievous is hard to mess up, so...
Yeah, we'll have to do an episode where we just go over UCS Star Wars sets, then.
Alright.
I like all...
Wow, they've been really underwhelming in recent years. A-Wing Starfighter. Whoopee. Yippee!
Well, hey, Liam, you've just ticked off so many Star Wars fans.
Ooh, Y-Wing.
It's their favorite thing.
I mean, the A-Wing's like my favorite ship in Battlefront 2 2005 Classic Edition. But
that's a very long title.
Mm-hmm.
It's the best Star Wars game.
But no, I'm very good with the interceptors in that game. Unfortunately, being an interceptor in a multiplayer battle is almost worthless. Because you get all the points from the command ship.
That's why you have to be a command ship guy, you know?
So, interesting wave overall.
Yep.
Interesting wave.
I mean, I won't buy any of it, but I've also never bought a Star Wars set, so...
Also, I think...
Liam, on record, has never bought
well,
a
at least
Star
for
Wars
myself.
set.
I bought several for Kevin that he doesn't appreciate.
So, wait, this
I'll
wave
have
would be
room
2
for it.
years since they actually did a sequel trilogy set. And I hate to beat the dead horse, but as we now all know, sequel trilogy is retail poison.
I just
Well, I mean, it's not because it's like the story was bad. It's just there's no iconic.
Exactly. There's no visual iconography that's distinct to the sequel trilogy that isn't already in the original trilogy.
Well, the thing is, Star Wars with Lego has been milking the same ships, the same.
Yeah, that's the
settings.
problem.
Yeah, we still have no Geonosis Arena.
Yeah, so I think they will continue with the sequels
here's the thing, like,
at later date.
You don't even have to make a big arena set. Just make like the individual monsters or whatever.
They would never do that.
And have like, well, think of. Just let me finish. Make the individual monsters, and then like put like an arena segment so you can have like a mini arena.
Wait,
compromise.
What are we talking about? Is this Star Wars?
Yeah, episode 2, the Geonosis Arena. It's never had a Lego set ever.
I guess that would be cool.
I would also like a remake of the men and the women and the children that were slaughtered. That'd be great. That was a good set.
Oh, yeah, where it kills the Native Americans.
Yes, very good.
Very good.
Well, either that or the speeders, the speeder chase. That's
yeah, either the genocide or the speeders.
Yes.
This is a choice every U.S. president has to make once they're in office.
Genocide or speeders?
Those are cool speeders. Obama was like, why not both? What if we made the speeders commit genocide?
Oh, okay.
What if we automated the speeders and attached bombs to them? What if we
those are drones, sir.
Yes, genius. What if I could fly a drone? My own personal Obama drone.
You can do that, sir.
Yeah. I love being president. I want to do it again.
You have it, sir.
All right. I think that's going to do it for us today. If you made it this far, thank you for watching. Be sure to leave a comment. Best thing you can do to support the podcast. Join our Discord server in the links below. Leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Get notifications for our live stream, which is normally Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, where's the outro? There we are. For Ford, Kevin, Orion, and myself, LQ. Thank you for listening. See you on the next episode.